Hello and welcome to another episode of Tours and Tactics. We're continuing from our last theme of attacking Durios Gulch and Quentin Lake by setting some bad guys on fire. And by bad guys, I mean the people who aren't us, which is okay. That makes life better. Now, as you can see over here, we are just about to break through the gate, and there it is, as we take down Durios Gulch. Now, we kind of split our forces here, which you can or can't do. I'm not really remembering why we did it. I guess because we saw enemy red and decided to go after it. Not exactly the most tactical of maneuvers, but hey, we killed bad guys, and sometimes in these sorts of things you just want to kill bad guys. So we're going to head up into Durios Gulch, which I don't believe we actually toured the inside of during the various tours we were going through because it was occupied by the Reds. Now, remember, as always, this is still Beta Weekend Event 2. Very soon we're going to start getting into the Beta Weekend Event 3 footage. And here we are, taking down the Keep Lord. Not much else to talk about here. It's pretty much just mash buttons and set him on fire. There are a few things that cannot be solved by setting it on fire. Usually those things involve infants. I don't know. Having not been in that situation, fire. For now, we're going to go with the assumption that setting things on fire is good, especially in this game. As you can see, there's much fire to be had. So we take the keep. You got to stand in the little ring for a while until you get a nice shiny gold medal. Hopefully a gold medal, because that means you've been contributing the most. So we're going to speed it up a little bit as we look around. Kill the remaining Reds. Loot the supply platform. Now notice something interesting here. We started to head back towards Quentin Lake, when it said the person who's our leader brought up an interesting point, and this is something I think everyone should keep in mind whenever they're going on major offenses like this, is that once we took the key at Durios Gulch, we turned around and took the nearby supply camp. Now, one of the things I'll have to do when I get more time is I'm going to look at the supply camps and see where precisely they deliver to. Since in the larger maps there are some supply camps that drop supplies off at some keeps, but not other keeps. So I want to figure out which ones do that to help y'all playing figure out what supply camps you need to take to supply the keeps that you just took. But we move in here and we take out this supply camp. This was something I had not figured previously, and I'm getting viciously assaulted by a deer. I don't know why this deer had it out for my blood. Could have been the fire. I know if it was me, it would have been the fire. But generally, this deer was not a fan of me, so we had to kill it. But it gave the entire army some delicious roast venison that night, and we ate like kings. And of course I attracted the attention of another deer. Anyway, we take the supply camp. We've got more than enough numbers for it, as you've seen in my previous failures. And we take the supply camp. Now what this also gives us is it makes sure that everyone in this raiding party has at least 10 supply. Now if you recall back to the previous video, one of the problems we ran into was that we didn't have a ram and we weren't supplied. We didn't have enough resources to successfully attack Quentin Lake. Now, we ensured not only that we cut off any supply deliveries they may have, we took an additional keep, and now we're sure we have the supplies to take Quentin Lake. Now, if you'll also recall the past couple of episodes of this map, it's been completely dominated by red. This was one of the first instances in Beta Weekend Event 2 that we actually managed to make headway in the Eternal Battlegrounds. This individual leading us was very, very astute with his strategies, and I was very thankful for that. So we kind of fast-forwarded it a little bit as we head up to Quentin Lake. Now, it was also our hope, when we took the other keep, that the Reds would have evacuated, or at least been distracted. So what you're going to see as we approach the keep again is I'm going to speed it up a bit because it's kind of long-winded when it comes to banging against the gate. What we do manage to do is we manage to drop rams. Now when you're attacking the gate like this, you're going to want to focus on two things if you're not specifically on the ram. Granted, you can shoot the gate, but you're going to want to take out that oil first. Why? Because the oil will set people on fire trying to use the rams. It will also set the rams on fire. Now if you're wielding fire, it's a good thing. If they're wielding fire, it is not normally a good thing, because then it sets you on fire and it gets all inconvenient, and then you have to set them back on fire. And have I mentioned that I like fire? Anyway, so as you can see, we're whittling down the gate with our good loyal ram. Pounding away on it, setting it on fire. The AoE is actually good. One of the things I realized on a couple of the other maps that we did is that the AoE will keep people away from repairing the gate, which means you can bring it down faster, even though it kind of cuts into the amount of supply that they can waste trying to keep the gate up. So pow, 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 the gate down. Even more gate pounding. Even more gate pounding. Let's go. And pounding the gate down some more. Pounding the gate down some more. I love all the fire. Fire is good. And come on. Boom! There goes the gate. And this was another map that we had just kind of looked around the outside of and not inside, so of course, there you go, the supply camp right there. Set everything on fire there, take out the quartermaster. And then up the ramp. And there's the Keep Lord's little cover there. And we're going to take the Keep Lord out. And for the first time, once we take out this guy, our wonderful intrepid blue team on the Maguma server has successfully taken back all of our territory except for one location. And that, my friends, is the Valley Keep, which we will get to in the next episode. So, until that episode, my friends, as always, game on and take care.